Idziemy oglądać teraz kotki. O, Tamiza. Jest 4:00 równo.
I have the tiger.
Right, you guys going to take turns to come here. Where you come and stroke the cat. Okay, let's go. Stroke him. Sit like you're at home. Relax. And brother is gay.
Brother's gay.
Doesn't love the kids.
Doesn't love the girls.
He's happy with his
Well, then
brother.
he's happy as a lark. This way. Because he's got the pick of the litter. Yes. Pretty boy. Pretty boy.
Okay, are you guys happy?
Yes.
Like we guys have. Their collarbones are splitted on the sides, which is designed for articulation. So if he jumps this high, he won't take the impact as he led. He will dislocate his joints, break his veins and muscle, and the cat will starve to death from there.
If he's wild, how come there? Aren't you letting him go in the woods?
We bought them, they were born in captivity, but they were not raised like those two cheetahs there. So releasing them into the game reserve, it's not right, because they're not scared of people. And they will definitely interfere a lot with human beings. At the end, then they get killed from there. Fly, he jumps 2 to 3 meters and he grabs it out of the air. So we're going to go in here, and you're not going to touch him, but you're only going in here to take some photographs without the fences. Okay, I'll give him food, then I'll open the gate. Okay, when I'm left with one piece, I'll shout, and you guys must move. I'm doing the last yeah. Okay, pitch. There we go. Are we ready?
Yes.
Pitch. Go.
Oh my God. I didn't think he's going to.
The husband, his name is Max, and the wife's name is Popeye. She's one eye blind. So I arrived there when the eye was like hanging out, so we had to take the whole eye out and we stitched it closed. She won't be released back into the game reserve because feeding time I toss the meat, she goes wrong direction running, and sometimes she tilts the head too much and she falls over. So if she was still back in the game reserve, she could be dead by now. And luckily you can see she's nice and round, fat, she's pregnant, 3 weeks pregnant, and if all goes well, those babies are going to be sent back into the game reserve after a year old. I leave here to raise their own babies, then after a year old, I send them back into the game reserve. And the question is, how do we teach them how to hunt, right? Cats, if you guys have a cat with little kittens, you give a friend of yours one. 2-3 months time later, this little kitten brings in a dead bird. Who taught the cat to hunt? Nobody. It's the instinct. Exactly. These guys, anything that runs away from them, it's their prey. If you look, you will see in some of the pens, you'll be able to see some bird feathers. I never taught this cat how to hunt, but anything that lands and try and run away from them, they always kill them. But Max, go! Oh! You've got your favorite sitting spot, so you guys must approach here from the back, crash down, stroke here, get your pictures taken. If you're done, we let the other people also have a turn.
No, to jest serwo teraz.
Why people kill them for servo? Okay, you guys take turns, go and say hello to Jane. And you see the white markings on the backside of the ears. That's for protection. These guys, they hunted. You might get a nice pictures of the cat jumping. Here we go. Whoops. Trouble in paradise. Oopsie. He has to find it, fetch it. That was nice.
Have any leopards here?
We don't have that. Called hunting quarters. They put like 3-4 leopards a year. Yeah, in South Africa that you can hunt.
Whoa!
Look who's here.
Whoa!
It's fine. It's okay.
It's Jane, isn't it?
It's okay. She just wanted to see if you guys are watching it. Okay, if you guys all happy, that's the end of our program, and I would love to say thank you very much for your support. If you guys don't come here, these animals will starve to death. Thank you so much.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
Ready? Oh, see,
Drooling.
she's salivating, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
She might eat one of us.
Substitute for bread flour. In Afrikaans, the name of that plant is broodboom, the bread tree. So thousands of these trees were destroyed just so that our pioneering foremothers could make a loaf of bread. And that is why they're now endangered. But you know, we see them, but we don't often get to see them with the fruit showing like that.
We used to grind them and make them into bread. It does.
We are about to enter what is nowadays the Kingdom of Swaziland, but for around 70 years was the British Protectorate of Swaziland.
Proszę Państwa, Iza jest w Swaziland. Swaziland jest tutaj, proszę bardzo. Iza jest w Swaziland. Alright. A to jest flaga Swaziland. Pięknie.
Every day, whether you go to walk with them or not, the lions must be walked. But obviously, if you
Would you pull the blind up?
and ran businesses, so along with all of the subsistence agriculture, which generates no money, there is some fairly serious commercial farming of cattle, of sugar, of timber, and of tropical and subtropical fruits.
No i powiedz Iza, gdzie jesteśmy?
Jesteśmy w królestwie, państewku malutkim otoczonym przez RPA, które nazywa się Swaziland. Jest to państewko czarnych ludzi od króla Mzimzumza i tu jest inny język, nie Zulu, tylko Sikhishwili jakiś. I to jest bardzo takie spokojne państwo, niewaleczne, bez wojen, bez jakichś tam zatargów większych.
I żyją sobie w spokoju.
Żyją sobie spokojnie. Czarni z białym.
No i w Swaziland mają bardzo ładne pola golfowe nawet. Mówiąc już o tym, że mają przepiękne widoki. Idziemy coś zjeść. O, a tam Iza się chowa.
No.
Jest 7:23,
They also
środa,
have
wyjeżdżamy ze
spa
Swaziland.
at Kruger Gate, where we are going.
Nie, chodź tam tutaj na dół. Jesteśmy w Swaziland.
Ludzie mieszkają, produkują jakieś rzeczy. That's a real Swazi people.
Mi? Oh ja, mam Swazi.
What's the name of your king? This is very well said. Jest nasz autobus i od razu oblegli go lokalni ludzie. Znikąd. Nikogo nie było tu sekundę temu.
Przechodzimy przez granicę. I ze Swaziland idziemy teraz do South Africa. Bardzo jest. Ale kiedy są chmury, to chmury są poniżej naszych stóp. Ale to oczywiście nie dzisiaj. Jesteśmy teraz Potholes. Iza jest przy Potholes.
O, no leci! Ale nice.
To myszka. Myszkę nagramy. I to jest kanion wyrzeźbiony przez tą rzekę, przy której byliśmy 10-15 minut temu. O, tu Iza jest w kanionie. Teraz będziemy robić zdjęcia. Pięknie tu jest. Co nagrasz? Okej, no to możesz zejść. No to poczekaj, ja skończę filmować, zaraz ci podam rękę. Pięknie. But they are smart and they stand in the shade.
Yeah, elephants are not driven by schedules.
Oh, good.
You see, the kudu does not eat grass, it eats leaves. And that is why it has such big ears. Because when it goes deep into the bush to eat leaves, then the hearing becomes as important as the smell and the eyesight.
Elephant crossing.
It's not a zebra crossing, it's elephant crossing, right?
Yeah.
That car see that.
You can't see it. Na 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 we.
Whoa, nice.
Na 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 oh, baba we. Na 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 we. Unde yer la bye bye. Yer ona nagi rock no mana lepso chiende. Unde kero na lawai baba nagi urku. Ero nagi rock no mana lepso chiende. Na 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 na. Na 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 we. Na 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 na. Baba we. Na 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 we. Tukunde mono golia machiro. Tukunde mono golia mana machiro. Kamongio hiro to woke. Undigero la baba, ero nagi rock no mana lebjo chiende. Undigero la baba, nagi rock no mana lebjo chiende.
Water buffaloes, 12 o'clock.
Na 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 na.
Jesteśmy przy Kruger National Park.
Na 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 na.
Look at a big
Na na na
hawk
na.
or
The big bird.
yeah, white. Oh, maybe that is a eagle. White head.
When I saw this morning and I was hiding, there's a place where you can go see the hippo.
Prezydent Kruger założył Kruger National Park i to jest jego głowa.
Time it fluctuates.
Ero nagi rock no mana lebjo chiende. Undigero na lawai baba nagi uru. Ero nagi rock no mana lebjo chiende. Mama konya.
Behind the Kruger Park.
Yeah, baba konya. Mama konya. Undigero la lawai nagi. Na na na. Na 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 na. Na na na.
Kruger. Tu jaki ładny właśnie.
Jesteśmy w Protea Kruger Park.
There is a safe.
To jest safe, to zamknij to.
Szarka.
To jest nasz pokój. Łazienka, a tutaj... Wow! Kruger National Park, proszę. Wow, jaki nice prysznic. Nice. Super shower, wow. Jak zwykle Maciejka jest. Jesteśmy na poziomie pierwszym, a tam u góry jest wejście. To jest lobby naszego hotelu, który jest zaraz na samym obrzeżu Kruger Park. Tu są nasze pokoje. A tutaj, proszę Państwa, jest jakiś zwierzę. A tutaj będziemy jedli kolację. Można pójść na trasy widokowe. Mamy zwierzęta. Proszę, to jest Iza. Tam chyba już jest tutaj rzeka. Tutaj już jest Kruger Park. No.
Szliśmy przez ten most. Tam jest Kruger. Tu żeśmy szli przez most i tu jest
Tu jest most.
i tu jest most i tu jest ta statue tego Peter Krugera. Z tego wykonana.
Tutaj pomiędzy tymi trawami jest rzeka, której nie widać.
Fapana a bohlokwa a tlehe mme re tshepa hore ba teng ba tla kgahlwa mme ba kene mesebetsing e tjena le bona mme ebe le lona le siya mehlala e metle haholo ka tsela e ikgethang setjhabeng sa habo rona. Ke nna Mapaseka Mokwele le bahlabeni ba motswako re re dulang le lebeletse ha re tla le mantswe a mang a tla le tsosa morolo ka ba bang hape basadi ba kgabang.
Kruger Park.
He's moving so fast. Oh my god.
Walking away actually.
He's walking away.
Baba kuhlungu masihlangana nayo esitaladeni ihambe iphuma yo ichithe izandla uphensiswa ushikashiwa yizono zakho ushikashiwa yizono zakho nansi lensizwe sasihlala nayo kule minyaka endlule nansi lensizwe sasihlala nayo kule minyaka endlule nansi lensizwe sasihlala nayo kule minyaka endlule.
Jesteśmy na przystanku, na stacji benzynowej. Tutaj z tyłu jest małe zoo. Że rzeczywiście czegoś takiego nie widziałem.
Johannesburg was, when I was growing up here, pretty much considered the greatest city in Africa. And yet nowadays, hardly anybody goes there. People go to Sandton, all the businesses moving to Sandton. What happened? Well, it is inevitably tied up with our traumatic past and tied up with the Soweto Revolution and the government's subsequent losing control of the country. I won't go into great detail about the Soweto Revolution now because we're going there. We'll talk about that later. So just in summation, revolutions are very, very ugly things, however much people glorify them. And this revolution was particularly ugly. This was a revolution of the children against the system, and one of the methods they adopted was to try to prevent the older generation from being in the system. So they said, if you go to your job tomorrow, you are supporting the white man's economy. And so if you go to young ladies, and on the left, St. John's College, private school for young gentlemen, that's where I was lucky enough to go. See this bridge, the Desmond and Leah Tutu footbridge connecting the boys' school on your left with the girls' school on your right. I mention this because when I was at that school, the only way to get through to the girls' school was via the storm drain system underground. If you went down to the bottom end of the B rugby field and you knew your way through the storm drains, you could come out either at Rodine there, or if you hung a right and went down, you could come out at Kingsmead, another very good girls' school further down. Whichever girls' school you were caught in, it was an expellable offence. Now they build a footbridge so that people can walk over openly. Things certainly have changed since I was there. You get the dinner if you don't go to your job to earn the money. How are you going to get the dinner if you don't go to the supermarket to buy the goods? So it was a desperately difficult time for the ordinary adult people of Soweto who were not involved in this revolution. Whatever their political feelings were, when you're an adult you have responsibilities. You maybe can't take part in the revolution because you've got to feed your kids. So the white employers of Johannesburg tried to help their black staff by organizing them accommodation outside of Soweto. Now that, we're talking 76, apartheid South Africa. The law said if you're black you can live there but not there, if you're white you live there but not there. Soweto was an area where black people lived. Where could the white employers find some affordable accommodation for their black employees while this was going on? What you need is an apartment. Well, Johannesburg had a very, very famous apartment suburb. When I moved out of home at the age of 20 and got my first tiny little place, people said to me, "Where do you live?" And I would say Hillbrow, and they would say, "Wow." Hillbrow was the buzz. Hillbrow was everything. Hillbrow was Greenwich Village and Soho, and Hillbrow was a suburb that never slept. Hillbrow offered tiny little bachelor pads like mine to swanky 5-bedroom penthouses for the mega rich. It had 24-hour stores, it had late-night cafes, it had theater, it had absolutely everything. But it also had tenants, because in '76 we did not have the laws that enabled you to own a portion of a building. So all apartments by definition were rental units. When Soweto blew up, a lot of South Africans wanted to run, but they couldn't because they had to sell their property and settle a mortgage, and who the hell was buying? But if you were renting, you just walked. You sacrificed your deposit, which was your final month's rent, and you walked, and Hillbrow began to empty out. There was accommodation, but legally it was only for whites. Welcome to Hillbrow, folks. So, Ponsonby Smythe from Sandton gets in his cheap place in Hillbrow, but if he does ask, Ponsonby Smythe is ready with the answer. "Oh, I've got a son and a daughter both at university and it's too much of a schlep from Sandton, I want something nearby." Of course, that's a lie. Ponsonby Smythe is fronting for his black employees. He's going to rent this place, sign as a white man, and his black guys are going to move in. And they did. Lots of them. And the sky did not fall in. There's ordinary working people. And the white people remaining in Hillbrow, which was still quite a lot, actually got a bit of a kick out of it, because they could now truly say, we live in a multiracial neighborhood. Our area doesn't have apartheid. Because it was wonderful. For just a short while you had this kind of free atmosphere. Black people, white people, even colored people, all living together, getting on with their lives, and effectively demonstrating the whole government apartheid policy was nonsense. Why shouldn't people live in the same area? Tragically, it didn't last, because what happened was that once it became known that Hillbrow was a multiracial area, the crooked element used the honest element as cover to get in here. And suddenly, there you are walking down the street, clutching your purse on the way to the supermarket, and zap, you're hit. The criminal element moved in, and then the whiteys got up and ran. Now, the place was really emptying out. Forget the fronting. The landlord would rent to anybody and just pray they paid. Hillbrow went overnight into becoming the most lawless area of South Africa, which it currently is. You do get the cops driving around here with their yellow lights, their blue lights. You know, the blue light is what gets them their salary. They are scared to actually do anything. From time to time they'll do a raid and they'll arrest a lot of harmless, illegal Zimbabwean immigrants who are just here desperately trying to make a buck to send to their families. But if they accidentally arrest a real criminal, then they are in trouble. Because when that real criminal gets down to the station, he's going to call for the top cops, and he's going to make big trouble. Who the hell was this cop who dared to arrest him? The cop will get a rap across the knuckles and be told, listen, you arrest those we tell you to. And Mr. Big walks out of the back door of the station, and life goes on. This is the easiest place for criminals to hide. It is the center of organized crime in South Africa. It's divided amongst cliques. Like everybody knows, Nigerians have the money laundering. Don't get involved in money laundering because the Nigerians will take you out one time. The Mozambicans, they have the child prostitution. So if you're not one of them, don't try child prostitution. And so it goes. Each area of, I forget who has the drugs and so on. Now, obviously, the regular businessmen, they ducked, and those who took over, well, they have to take precautions. So if you look down on the right, the two most common precautions are either bars, which you can see through, or roll-down steel shutters, which you cannot see through. The third alternative, because the basic rule is, if I can get to it, then I've got it. So you've got to physically keep your goods separate from the people outside. The simpler answer, of course, is just forget about the picture windows. Look on the right here, and you will see these guys just said, forget it, and they just bricked up the whole thing, and now they do business without windows. A lot of guys just abandon their buildings. If you abandon your building, you've got to take precautions, because you will still be held responsible for anything bad that happens in your building. So you must do a brick up. You must brick up the ground level. And then if somebody gets in and falls down an old elevator shaft, when they charge you, we call it culpable homicide. I think you call it involuntary manslaughter. Johannesburg has no water other than what's piped in, so why on earth would it need bridges, including and especially this one, the Nelson Mandela Bridge? Because we have a river of steel running through the city. It's the railway running east-west along the gold reef towns. So if you want to go visit with Charlize's mom, straight down to the left until you get to Benoni Station. And this brings us down into the central business district. Now, Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the Blue Diamond. You'll see it in the next block. Now it takes time, and what do? They're redoing them to try and attract a better class of tenants. So if you look ahead of you to the left, that's the old Barnes building, and it was like a mini Bloomingdale's. To do that, you need a thing called a ball mill. Now, a ball mill is like a great big tank, like an oil barrel, only bigger. It's made of stainless steel, and inside it...
Okay, this is Mind the Dump.
Alright, so the Witwatersrand was not a hospitable place. The kind of place that nobody wanted for years and years and years. People avoided it. And then, one day in 1886, George Harrison made his discovery, and suddenly every white man on the planet wanted to be there. Boom, and they all moved in. On the left-hand side, Imbizo means where we get together, so that's like the convocation hall. Very, very impressive, don't you think? I remember now I was based here, and I used to be a driver as well as a guide, and quite often I would...
Za komunizmu Warszawa i Kraków też wyglądały
Za przed Mandela House. Tutaj Nelson Mandela był przez kilkanaście lat, zanim go wsadzili do więzienia.
11 dni, jak go wypuścili z więzienia.
O tak, rozumiem, zapomnij, przepraszam.
Zapomniałeś o tych 11 dniach.
O 11 dniach zapomniałem. Teraz jesteśmy w dzielnicy, która nazywa się Soweto. So are we going to see the lions? Welcome on the farm.
Oh, there are more people here.
Ah.
African dog. Right.
Morning.
Somebody's good thing. We have other tours.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm well, and you?
Good morning,
Colin.
Isabella.
Then I'll tell you then, okay, so you sign the forms and then we'll start the tour. Liam will give a talk over here in the garden about our project, what we're doing, why we're doing it. Then we go walking with lions. We've got lions that are nearly 9 months old. We take them for a walk, and you can take lots of photographs there while they're walking. Head down to the river, bring them back again, put them away. Then there are adults here, larger lions. We'll go feed them and tell you a little bit about the adults while we're doing that. And then we'll head down to the babies. And we've got 2 sets of babies now. We're taking the other ones up as well, the smaller ones, yeah?
Yeah, well, Sianda's going to bottle feed the
Bottle
others.
feed them, okay. We've got ones that are how many weeks old now? 2 weeks.
Oh
2
my
weeks old,
gosh.
tiny little babies as well. We'll show you that. So they'll be, and we'll be able to interact with the ones that are a little bit older than they are about 4 weeks old, I think. And the bigger ones, the larger ones.
They're 3 months.
They're 3 months old already, 3 months old, but we'll feed them in a little bowl, and you'll be able to.
Hello, come.
Słońce to jest.
Co to nie rób? Na razie nie rób.
Come along, girls, come on.
Greeted you yet, Liam? Not
The one did a little bit, but she was...
You see, they're using their white tattoo here.
Ah.
You get a pour there for the guys.
Want to come feel here? Little pour there.
It's soft.
Yeah.
It's actually surprisingly soft.
Look at the claws, the money part.
Oh, is it the claws that they did?
And it's not published. People don't know this either. It's only we found this out through years of walking with them. You know, they start holding each other's tails. They come up to you and they give you your tail.
Yeah.
And you kind of we're like, why are they doing this? We research, couldn't find out anything, and we realized actually that they'll go crazy for that bottle.
It's like a little cat.
Like a little cat, yeah.
Well, that's one way to get them to walk, huh?
See how he takes the bottle away, showing his dominance.
I'm being dominant then and saying to them, no, you know, that you can't take it away from me.
Do they like human boys? If I scream at them, what do they do?
They'll if you scream, they'll start looking at you straight away. Watch, let's just watch now. Look, I'll walk past up ahead just to see if it's an experiment now. See, I'm walking normally. Now watch out.
Because you're lame.
Wow.
I'm lame. You see that? Straight away they stop playing. Now it's business. You see that? As soon as I start dragging a leg, there's something wrong with me, and they see it straight away.
Wow.
They hear there's not a nice rhythm anymore. You saw that? Straight into McDonald's mode. No.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah. Enjoying each other.
Now you know how cats are really afraid of water?
Yeah.
Lions are the opposite. They actually quite like it, eh? They're not phased at all by water. See, a house cat would never do that.
Oh. Are you cold?
Some are.
Walk, Sue, walk.
Yeah, you see that? Okay, now leave the, yeah. You can't control them. As soon as you start controlling them,
Wow.
So they'll go right up the tree.
they'll go right up a tree. Don't think that you can ever run away from a lion by climbing up a tree. Eh? Watch. Yeah, you see the McDonald's look there? You can see very clearly there. Ow! Okay, just keep your camera ready. Okay, nice photograph there.
Now they love you.
Yeah, they love me, yeah, absolutely. They do. And you tell them about that.
Oh.
Yeah, now
Listen to Liam.
when Colin feeds them, he's going to keep them away. He's going to smack them. He's not going to let them come to the food until he's ready. Kind of like when you train a dog as well. You say sit, sit, and then you put the food down, then you give back off, and then it can eat. We do that to show our dominance, to show we dominate over them. We are in charge of the food. And also, if they get released into a big reserve, they can't just run up to a carcass and start eating because they'll get killed by other lions. So they need to know there is rules when they're eating.
Who's
they
dominant?
can't just do what they want.
Yeah,
They can't just do what they want.
Because the lion eats first, right? And then the lion
See,
has.
they'll become super loving, but we're not going to allow them to take it. Come, you see there? Get away, get away.
Okay, so
get
they're
away.
learning where they
yeah.
stand in the pack.
Yeah.
When they know.
No.
No.
No. Get away. No. No.
That's really hard to train them.
Yeah.
Because they're hungry. They can like go.
Yeah, I know.
You see that? They want it, but they're not going to get it. You see there?
Yeah.
They know they'll get a smack.
What's that?
That white powder, Liam will tell you what the white powder is.
Cocaine.
No.
It's
Cocaine.
just, otherwise, if you don't have cocaine, you know, it's very difficult to walk with. No, I'm joking. That's just vitamins and minerals to supplement the diet. You know?
Hey, believe me for a second. Okay.
No, if you don't have, you can always give them too much vitamins, you know, because it just comes out in urine. If you give it too little, then they get sick. So we give them every day a little bit of vitamins.
So this would be a guinea fowl.
This would be the equivalent of a wild guinea fowl. Yeah.
They eat a lot of guinea fowl in the wild.
So the fish got to pluck it though. Look at him plucking it. That's cute. Look at that.
Well, they have to work it.
See, now they worked for this food. You know, they went for a walk.
Look at him pulling the feathers out. That's amazing. He's very clever at pulling the feathers out, that's for sure.
And they eat that whole chicken, except the feathers. They'll eat the legs, the bones, everything.
This is not an electrified fence, is it?
No, this one's fine. The inside's electrified.
Well, I think you would have known by now.
Yeah.
This one very resistant.
So as you see that, you'll notice the mane. It's completely different to the other line we'll go have a look at.
Very nice colour, huh?
Yeah, and it's a lot shabby. It's quite a shabby man.
Hello, my boy.
And he's fully grown now.
Whoa.
He's 5 years old now, hey Colin?
Yes, yeah, just on 5.
How long have you had him, Colin?
Since he was 1.5 years old. That's when he came here.
I thought you got him when he was big. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he was
1.5.
Oh, that's
1.5. He was about this size.
Okay,
Eh?
that's when they came. He came
But-
from Bahrain.
From Bahrain. Yes.
Okay.
But it's just him that came from Bahrain. Hey? She's one of our lions that we bred out here.
Toby's, yeah,
They're not that hungry. You see that they didn't even eat the chickens. If they're really hungry, they go for that chicken and devour it.
This way, this way. Come up, come up.
Okay, to tell you a little bit about their breeding.
Isa, you can look.
So that's the royal lion. Hey? You can see he's got a royal attitude about him.
Oh. Like Lion King.
He's quite a cheeky lion.
Yeah.
Wow, she big. I'm not gonna eat her chicken.
Can you come here?
Maybe.
Come on, look at
The
me.
last time she was on her own in here, hey?
Yeah.
When we introduced him, Rob, you can't believe the fear, you know, because he got in, he wanted to kill her.
Fear from her?
Yeah, because she was here alone, and he had him in the camp next door. When he got in there, he just wanted to kill her. And luckily, she turned around. If you look at that scratch on his eye there, look, you see that?
Yeah.
She clapped him, bah, and stashed him open. The next time he came for her, she put her claw out and he put his head into a bush there. He hid away in the bush. So he'd learnt, you know. Oops, sorry.
But isn't that very dangerous when you do this then?
We were scared.
You don't know what's going to happen.
We had starts limping. They come and take him out because the reward is that they get to be in charge of the pride. Okay, so there's a strong evolutionary pressure to take over the pride again. Okay, because then all the advantages go with that. Probably lots of disadvantages as well, but there are lots of advantages being in charge of the pride of females, the food and everything. Okay, so what happened? That same thing's operating here. He accepts me as being above him in the hierarchy. I'd go in there, give him a tip on the nose, and he'll listen to me. But if I walk past that tree and I bump my head in the tree, I say, oh, I'm a bit dizzy. He said, okay, he's weak, take him out. Siegfried and Roy, you know, the two magicians from Vegas, he was taken out, Roy was taken out. They had those tigers in their back garden, they were tame tigers. He was on show. 3 days before that show, the fatal show, he had a bit of a seizure. And the guy said, oh, you know, you better go to the doctor. It's just a seizure, the show must go on. 3 days later, he was doing the show, he had a seizure. The tiger looked up and said, okay, now's my chance. And leapt up and took him out. A tiger that they'd had in his back garden all these years, a tame tiger. That tiger took him out, just about killed him. He was just as far from being killed. There's no such thing as a tame lion. You might think it's cute there, not at all. What's happening there, guys?
Grooming.
She's in season, I don't know if you noticed.
Foreplay.
So she's in season now, and Toby's trying to mate with her.
She's just coming in now. Hey, she's just
let's hopefully.
But so soon after her babies.
Yes, yeah, they're coming quite soon. They come.
And
she's not 100%. He's trying to mate her. The smells are telling him, but she's not quite receptive yet. You see that? In a couple of days' time, you'll see how receptive she is. She walks everywhere, lies down in front of him, and then you see there she's still saying to him, "Stay away." You see that? But that will change in a couple of days' time. I'm going to throw chicken over to them. I don't think they're going to. I'll just throw it over.
And during this, while they're in season, they don't eat. You know, well, the male doesn't. We'll see what happens.
Here we are, people. He doesn't. Hey, big boy. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't like chicken that much. Eh?
Chicken again?
Not chicken again. I'll just go around, I'll throw chicken over, you'll see the two girls on the other side there.
Does he like dogs?
Yeah, they love dogs. You see the McDonald's look. Dogs and T-bones. Dogs and T-bones. I'll go around here.
Well, we're going to drive to the
babies. Oh, you do the babies in
here. Yes, I'm so bad, yeah.
It works like this.
Oh, yeah.
See what they're doing with their feet like that. To stimulate the mother.
Chicks, are they male, female, or?
2 males and 2 females.
Do they have, can I touch the bottom of the feet?
No, let's... Okay, put another one. What happened?
Just open it and
Oh,
then you'll find it.
Oh yay. Such a cutie. Oh yay. Oh wow. Wow. I'm a big lion, right?
Look at me, look at me.
Green, blue. It's just full.
So what's in the bottle? What do you think?
It's a lion replacer milk. It's like a powder. Special stuff that we order. Yeah. Special lion formula.
Isa.
I don't think so. We had the other cubs, because these are smaller. Yeah, the other ones aren't timid at all.
Oh, he wants to come back. That's okay.
Look, he's waiting for his sister to go.
Oh.
It's alright, baby.
Nice
Yeah,
and
definitely.
quiet. I'll just let them come. Where's it? Liam will bring the little baby, the other one. Put them down here. Just sit nice and
Yeah, well,
quiet.
definitely it was the other ones, because they were quite timid, they were quite brave and
These
these are very timid.
They're getting bigger, Colin.
They're getting big, big, big. Come just now, let them just settle down. You see them? They love it. A lion loves it if you rub it under the.
Can I?
Yes, yeah. There you go. Nice and softly. Hey. If it licks you now, you feel how rough the tongue is. Feel how soft the paws are here.
Wow, they're so soft.
Soft, soft.
Dotknij. Od spodu. So soft.
Are these sitting bottom food or not?
No,
They've been
on solid food now.
So you don't have to stimulate these anymore?
No.
And until they're finished, but you still stimulate
Hey,
them.
baby.
Don't worry, they won't touch you.
No, these won't hurt you. No, they won't. These are too small to give a McDonald's look.
Calvi.
I think I saw your dark blue t-shirt and then it got a bit.
See the boys muscles?
Yeah,
As soon as they start getting crowded around.
Nice.
Yours are relatively inexpensive. Yeah, it's for you because you come with the.
Gotcha.
20 grand is, we can pay 40. Yeah.
Lunch.
But this is
In a wilderness with lions.
Hey guys. What's up?
Hello. Stand up like that.
They love grapes. So I'm gonna do something.
Oh, cute guys.
They grapes. They love grapes. They're omnivorous. They eat everything. That's why you can feed them food, meat. You can give them chicken, raw chicken, cooked chicken. They're very, very. They hear the dogs. They're very alert. They're very, very alert. They've got to watch out. They've got to be careful. When a dog barks, it's the equivalent of them giving a bark to warn of a predator. So they hear that they're super alert. You see that? They are such cute.
We're done. It's time to go home. And we're getting out of Africa, and that's gonna be our last shots.